writing things down is a good thing. So quickly grab something, you can write things down. Oh, I can tell with your spaceship not moving in the background. There you go. How does he do that? That's cool. It's got like a background. All right, cool. And yeah, Joe, you got the American. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, cool. Cut me off if for whatever reason we start losing you, but the agenda. So go ahead.
So just we're going to go through a couple things about the check-ins. We're going to talk through structure and routine used to haves, and then we're going to talk through the need to create. Because I think the biggest thing that we've heard and experienced ourselves is everything is crazy. And so our goal for today's group coaching call is that you walk out of here with some or not walk, you just rotate from your computer with a lot of really useful tactical things that you can do immediately to help make yourself feel a little bit better about what structure you have in place.
Yeah, I mean, how many of you guys feel like structure has not been very consistent right now? Yeah? Double hands? Yeah, exactly. Check-in reminder. So check-ins will be on Monday. Some of you guys were just wrapping up calls with the last couple of days, so you probably just got them. But the first official check-in will happen this Monday. So look for that in your inbox. The quicker you fill that out on Monday, we will get you feedback by Tuesday. And if you upload photos, they are for your coach, so don't worry. You can wear your skimpies or whatever. Skivvies? I don't know what it's called. How many of you guys feel like this currently? Yes? Daytime pajamas, nighttime pajamas? Yes, a little bit. So we're going to talk about structure and routine because it's lacking. So let's look at your life prior to quarantine, prior to COVID. You used to wake up, you take the kids to school if you have them, you go to work, you pick your kids up, take them to after school activities, go to the gym, you make dinner, you go to bed, right? Structure, routine, day after day, same thing. You had routine. Let's look at your life during quarantine. Routine, what is that? You probably stay up late, you wake up late, you never escape work because you're working from home, you have nowhere to go or to be, so there's not like some place you have to go, hang out with friends. Time, you probably have plenty of time, most people. There's a few exceptions, but most people probably have plenty of time. And worst of all, I know this is the main one you guys are thinking about, is there's no gym. Oh, worst thing. Worst thing happening. So how do you create a new routine and structure? We're going to talk about that.
All right. Step one is mapping out your week. So if you have pen and paper, which you all should because that meme said to grab some. So what we want to do here, I can't tell if I'm going to, I don't have a chair. He was so kind to not give me a chair. So I'm just going to half squat this. So action and awareness create success. So in our typical life, we complain about being so busy, yet we usually are complaining about something that we really should be embarrassed about. I know I do it all the time, and I'm definitely been something I'm working on of like, we're so busy. Now, most of us are like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do with my day? So it's either you're in one of two camps. You're either I'm still so busy, but I don't have any structure, so I don't know what to do with my time. Or, oh my gosh, I don't have anything going on. Like, what do I do? Now, any of the things that I normally was doing, I don't know how to do this. So I'm either going to sit at home. Your first 2 weeks of quarantine may have looked really normal, but for most people that I've talked to, for sure, it's been like, kind of all over the place and not good. So that's why we're going to talk about this. So this is where you take out your paper and pen. I want you to write down how much time per week you typically spend on the following things. We built this for it to be relevant post-quarantine. So some of these things will not apply, like social situations, but I want you to map it out anyway. So how much time do you spend per week on child extracurriculars? Maybe 0.
If you have pets, you can say
Okay, I was about to ask, should I just count my dog as my child?
Totally, totally.
Okay.
How much time per week do you spend at work?
Wait, can I ask a quick question real before? Extracurriculars, does that include like dropping kids off and stuff? Or is that just like soccer?
No, yeah, that's anything.
Everything. So sports, music, arts, programs.
Yep. There's going to be a couple other buckets that you may feel like it fits better into, but it's really, this is for you, so you can bucket it however you want. All right, everyone get how long they spend at work? Yes? All right. How many hours per week do you spend actually working at work?
Jackie, you don't have to answer that.
Is anyone actually going to see this? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell my boss, but
That's a trick question.
How many hours do you spend doing chores at home? What about errands outside the house? This number might look different now than it did beforehand. How many hours do you spend on purposeful physical activity? So that is the gym, hiking, skiing, whatever it is, playing with your kids. How much time per week do you spend with all screen time? That includes hours at work, on your computer, things like that. This one you might need to like think on for a little bit, but I'm going to keep moving. This is also going to be in a handout that I'm going to email to everyone here shortly after this call. So if you miss any of it, you can come back to it. How many hours per week do you spend on in-person social activities? Definitely different answer.
Currently 0.
How many hours a week do you spend on eating out, including travel? And then how many hours per week do you spend on your hobbies? So I'll let you guys keep writing. So this is just a short list of things that we came up with. There may be other things you spend a lot of time on. If you've come up with anything, you're like, I spent a lot of time on this and I missed a category, please let me know. This is definitely going to change over time. So I wanted to give you guys a tool that was applicable at multiple times because we do time audits a lot. And so it's really good to revisit this, you know, every so often. So now what we're going to talk about is the meat and potatoes and dessert. All right. So meat, we're going to identify your meat. So what are the things that have to get done, like absolutely have to get done, like feeding yourself or like running payroll? I want you to write down those things. Does anybody want to share their meat?
Can you say that?
Eat, work, school.
Feed children.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost use feed children as an example. It just depends on how old your child is. Because if they're old enough to feed themselves, that might be something you could delegate. All right. So then I want you to think about, we're going to move on, but I want you to think about for each of these things, meat, potatoes, and dessert, what can you decrease doing, what can you delegate, and what can you dispose of? Okay. So for your potatoes. This is the optional stuff that we usually take on for other people, whether it's our children, whether it's coworkers, anything like that. What do you usually do that's optional that you don't necessarily need to do? Same thing, I want you to think about, what can I dispose of? What can I decrease doing? And what can I delegate? And yes, you can delegate to your children or your spouse. Maybe not your dog, Frankie.
I don't think she could handle it. I wish.
Right?
I don't have any children to give work to, so
I just have Caleb,
yeah.
you know.
Guess I gotta find me a husband so I can do that.
These are things like running the carpool, things like that. Moving on to dessert. These are fun things that ultimately provide us no value. Like checking in on your favorite Instagram influencer every 4 minutes. You know who you are. What are other fun things that have no value in your life that you're spending time on? This time of life may be different than our traditional, regular routine, but it's still really important to identify what these things are, because I bet you would find more things that you're doing than you would expect. So, and more things you might be able to cut out, or maybe have time to work out or things like that. Okay? You can move. All right, step 3 is to determine your day-to-day. So based on those things, the meat, potatoes, and the dessert that you identified, what are the hours that you actually need to work? Not what you feel like you need, but what is truly what you need to work? And I want you to write those down. And I also want you to determine when you're going to work out. You should schedule this like a meeting, like you would for anyone else. Then when you're looking at your meat, potatoes, dessert, you can strike out what can be disposed of entirely. You may not have much of that right now. Determine what you're decreasing doing. And also right now, is quarantine FaceTime not really included on this one, but think about how many hours do you really need to scroll on your phone. The mindless scrolling is crazy. However, right now, maybe that's a different number, because that's how we're getting interaction. And then summarize how it helps others when you're exhausted or unorganized. This one may or may not apply right now. Some people that I've talked to are still really stressed and crazy busy. So especially in the medical field, if you're on the front lines of this, this is also really important. Cool. All right.
So after 2 weeks of quarantine, my question to all of you guys are, which stage of Britney are you in 2007? How are you feeling? What is your number? Does anyone want to share? Are you like, I'm crushing it, Britney, and I'm genie in a bottle? Or
No.
oh, is that not her? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Cheetos, Britney.
Cheetos, Britney.
Yeah, 6, number 6.
Same, Betty.
Definitely
I'm
was-
all six. Brittany. This is Kayla, by the way.
Kailash, which Britney are you?
Kayla, you're not allowed to agree with me.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, doing all right still. Good. What did working out look like at Rise? What you do is, what you used to plan your workout time. So you'd plan a time, and you'd come to the gym, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening. You get in your car, you drive to the gym. You'd be told exactly what to do. You designate 60 uninterrupted minutes, keyword. You'd be encouraged and motivated. That's what happens when you come to Rise. Secret, right? So how many of you guys would say you have more time right now than you typically do? Yeah? Yeah, just like we were talking about. I think there's a few exceptions there, but for the most part. So let's talk about what does a workout look like now? Let me guess. We'll walk through a little situation here. You're sitting at your table, sitting in your house somewhere. You wander out to the garage, the living room, wherever access you have. You wander out there. you do like 48 seconds of really shitty stretching. And then you just kind of, you look at the workout and you kind of just start doing it. And the, in between sets, you wander around. Maybe you go inside to go to the bathroom. You're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know, because we always have to do that. And then your pets run around, your kids are running around, kind of play with your dog or your kids, pet your kids. Meanwhile, the dog is in the screen. Yeah, several dogs in your faces as we speak right now. You grab some water, kids are distracting you, your significant other has a really burning question they have for you. You get really distracted, you look back at the space you're going to work out in, and you kind of like slouch yourself and just like slowly walk back there and like, okay. In between sets, you wander over to your phone because like it's really, really important that you check Instagram and make sure that nothing's happened in the last 5 minutes. Also, you probably need to make sure that there's not something on your phone that you need to check, because like 5 minutes could, like, the world could end. Your friend could be calling you being like, the world's ending, let me tell you how to survive. And you're like, I could miss that and then I could die. Yeah, any of you guys feel like that's kind of about where you're at with your workouts these days? Yeah.
Yep.
So the question is, does this happen when you go to the gym? When you come to Rise, does this stuff happen? Do spouses interrupt you? Do you check your phone constantly? Do you stop in the middle of the workout and get on Instagram? Does any of this stuff happen? Is it possible to create an environment where this doesn't exist? Where we don't have these distractions? Are there stay-at-home moms or dads that are super fit and don't have access to go to a gym? Of course. So the question is, how do we do that? Do you guys want to show up back at the gym in a couple months and feel like you're starting at square one? A couple weeks, couple months, whatever it may be, feel like you're starting all over again? Do you want to spend the next several weeks staring at your belly grow, being irritable with your loved ones, pent up and anxious, and honestly just feeling like crap? Like, do we want to spend the next couple weeks or months feeling like that? You can change that. You can control it. You just don't have the knowledge or the skills. And so that's what I'm going to give you right now. So, all right, grab your pens. Again, if you don't already have them. 5 truths to not feeling like this in the middle of at the end of quarantine. 5 truths. So these are 5 essential things that you guys can do, very, very simple, and will significantly help you. I can tell you that I tested these things, and then I tested not doing them, and then I tested doing them, and then I was like, came in for the other day after a workout, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was so much better. It was so much better. And she was just laughing at me. So here they are. Schedules. Well, first, quick question. How many of you guys' schedules kind of look like this now? Sunday, and then Monday 2, and then Monday 3, and so on. Yeah? We literally put a calendar up in our kitchen. Yep. We're like, we have no idea what day it is.
Tarot.
So first one, set your schedule. We used to do this. We literally used to do this. And now my guess is how many of you are not doing it? So write exact days and times, keyword, days and times, because you used to do this, of when you're going to work out. It's really, really simple. We're going to be asking for a screenshot or a picture of this at your check-in on Monday. So cheat sheet for your homework. Second thing is, don't wait until Monday to do this. First of all, we don't even know what day it is right now. Second of all, it's Wednesday, and if you guys wait till Monday, there's no point in doing any of that. So today is today. Let's start today. There's no reason to start Monday.
Today is Monday 3.
Monday 3. It's like it is Monday. You can wait till Monday and you can do it now.
Monday's 4.
But we used to have this. So let's keep this routine. It's such a simple concept, but it really is powerful. Second is communicate ahead of time. So you used to do this. You used to communicate with your spouse, your work, your best friend, that, hey, I'm going to go to the gym. Can you watch the kids? Hey, I'm going to leave work, and then I'm not going to be at work, and I'm going to exercise. So all of this used to happen, and now it doesn't for some reason. So we need to reestablish communication ahead of time. And most importantly, ask for support. So there's one thing to go to your spouse or significant other and communicate this, but it's additionally, hey, I would really appreciate your support during this. It's hard enough for me to get workouts in. If you could support me in this and really take care of the kids during my workout, just give me 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever that may be. I'd really, really appreciate it. Have that conversation ahead of time. Create motivation. You know what we do at Rise? We do lots of motivation. So use caffeine or pre-workout. You guys have probably heard me say this several times. Now is not the time to try to cut back on your caffeine. Increase your caffeine. When I'm traveling and I know that I'm just going to be kind of groggy and I still want to get my workout in, my caffeine for that day pops up a little bit because it's just I need that little extra edge to create the motivation. So if you don't use, or if you use caffeine, use it and use maybe a little bit more of it than you're used to. It will help you. Put on some jams. So put on music. For those of you guys that work out in silence, like God bless you, I don't know, but you need to please use music. There's a reason why the classes at Rise are not silent. Like it works for everyone. Pack your bag. So most of you guys have a gym bag and you pack it. You pack it the night before, you pack it the day of. This, I cannot emphasize this enough. It seems like silly and you're like, why would I do that? It's in the house, but do it. It's a psychological shift. So when we shift our brain into, I'm gonna go work out, our body actually produces chemicals that start supporting that. So we wanna keep those consistencies around. Change your clothes. So some of you guys are dressing in your workout clothes all day, but go change your clothes. Again, that's another psychological shift into, I'm gonna go work out. And write your why. So put your why on a piece of paper, a board, whatever it may be, just put it right in front of you. That way in the middle of the workout, when you're struggling a little bit, you can look at it and be like, I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this to, not feel like shit. I'm doing this because I want to live a healthy life. I'm doing this because I don't want to come back and feel out of shape, whatever that may be. And then optional, Erica's like, you can't put this in there. I was like, I do it.
I didn't say you can't.
But get in your car, drive around the block and pull back in and be like, cool, I'm at the gym. Here we go. I know it's weird, but like we need the psychological shifts. It's the dojo concept. So for me, I built a home gym years ago and I was all pumped. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then it didn't work. And because I'd like go to the bathroom and there was dinner being cooked and I'm like, oh, I'll just sit down and eat. Now we're all have to deal with that environment. So let's fake it. Let's create a mentality of we still are going to the gym and we're still shifting that mentality. So create motivation and stack up as many of these pieces as you can. Eliminate distractions. This is probably, if you forget everything and you do this one thing, I'll be so proud of you. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. The world is not ending. You will be okay. Please, please do this. I did not do this successfully last week, and I did it this week, and my workouts are like ka-chunk, because it's like, what do? I mean, you're kind of not feeling it, so you grab your phone, and before you know it, you've done who knows what. And there's no text or email or Instagram or whatever it may be that you need to respond to. There just isn't. And even, I'm going to challenge even those of you that have work, it used to not be this way. So have those conversations ahead of time. You don't have to respond. You can create boundaries for yourself, even if it's only 30 minutes. So no dogs. Like that was another thing. My dog, I'm like, oh, my dog, it's so cute. Let him run around while I work out. And I noticed in between sets, I'm like, I'm going to go pet you. I'm like, that doesn't make me more motivated to work out. It just makes me kind of want to play with my dog and not think about working out. So just get rid of the dogs, get rid of the kids. I mean, you know what I mean by that. No TikTok for all you fans. You know who you are, Travis. The last one's use a friend. So tell them when you're working out, why you're working out. We work out in a group setting intentionally. So this is accountability. If you tell your friend, hey, I'm going to work out at these times, I'm going to do this, and then text them before and after. And don't skip this. It seems stupid, but the accountability behind this is really, really powerful. I promise you, if you send a text to someone tomorrow for your workout, it will make you do more of a workout. It will make you work harder, and you probably will do it instead of not doing it. So these are the simple things. When you come to class and you look over at someone next to you and you see they're struggling too, it probably encourages you to do more. It motivates you. So we just have to do the virtual version of that. So to summarize, what are the 5 things? Don't remember? Set your schedule, communicate to loved ones, create motivation, eliminate distractions, and grab a friend. So the question is, how many of you guys are going to feel super pumped, super motivated from this talk and be like, hell yeah, these are great words. They're super encouraging. I'm pumped, motivated, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. And then how many of you guys will do nothing? Will be like, those are great words. And you won't do any of it. And you'll be frustrated with your motivation. And you struggle. So the question is, this is your life. It's your health, it's your body, it's your future, it's your sanity. Probably most important for most of us right now. So make that choice to do it. Because here are the tools. You have the tools. We're giving you the secret sauce. And we got your back. So leverage your coach. Text your coach. Might be one of us. If you're struggling with that motivation, just let one of us know. But we got you. You can do this. Hey, it's definitely harder. But you guys got this. So that's the presentation for today. We're going to send out your thing that Erica talked about. Encourage you strongly to write these things down and crush it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Caleb.
Thanks, Erica.
Thanks, Erica.
Thanks, guys. Gonna send the slides out, Caleb?
Yeah, we will. Yep.
There's gonna be an email that comes out shortly after Team Erica call, so which is the better one, just saying.
I don't know.
Nice seeing
we got
everyone.
both, so I'm thinking
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
How do you get out of this? I don't know how to leave.
We'll kick you out, don't worry.
I don't either.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey
Far
guys.
right. All right.
Hello. So you gotta get out of the meeting. Hello. Hi. Good to see y'all. Wow, I missed your faces. Oh, that yawn. I wanted to like stick my finger in your mouth, Maddie.